Good morning students, welcome once again to our online classes, and in today's class we are going to start a new chapter which is fourth chapter in our syllabus, and the title is Chemical Kinetics. Okay, so let's go through the topics which we are going to study in this chapter. The first topic is rate of reaction, average and instantaneous rate. Okay, then the factor affecting the rate of reaction, some factors like concentration, temperature, catalysts, etc. Then order and molecularity of a reaction. Then after that, rate law and specific rate constant, integrated rate equations, and half-life only for zero and first order reactions. Okay, so these topics are included in the syllabus for the session 2021, and the remaining topic which is mentioned here in the red color is removed from the syllabus. Okay, so in later part of our online classes we will cover these topics. As of now we will cover only these topics which is going to be asked in the current session. Okay, then what are the deleted topic? It is concept of collision theory, elementary idea, no mathematical treatment. Then it is activation energy and Arrhenius equation. Okay, so we will focus on these topics after the completion of whole syllabus. Okay, so let's start. So what is chemical kinetics? The word chemical kinetics means chemical reaction, and kinetics means motion or speed. Okay, so we can say that the speed or motion of a chemical reaction is known as chemical kinetics. Okay, and the word motion or speed is replaced by another word, rate, in this chapter. Okay, so the branch of chemistry which deals with the rate of chemical reactions and the factor affecting the rate of reaction along with the mechanism of the reaction is called chemical kinetics. Okay, so this is the definition of chemical kinetics. Now we will focus on these two terms in today's class, the rate of reaction and the factor affecting rate of reaction. So what is rate of a chemical reaction? Suppose you have a bike and you start from a point A and you want to go to the point B, and the distance of point A to point B is 100 kilometer. Okay, and now you are going from point A to B and you take 1 hour. So what will be your speed? Your speed will be the distance traveled, which is 100 kilometer, divided by the time taken, which is 1 hour. So your speed is 100 kilometer per hour. Okay, so the same we can relate with the rate of chemical reaction. Now what is a chemical reaction? In a chemical reaction, a reactant converts into product P. Suppose we start with 1 mole of the reactant and the mole of product is 0, but after some time suppose we have 0 mole of reactant and the mole of product is 1. So what will be the rate? The rate will be the change in concentration of either reactant or product with time. So what is rate? The change in concentration of a reactant or product per unit time is called rate of chemical reaction. Now let's again discuss the same example. You are on a bike, you start from point A, you want to go to the point B, the distance is 100 kilometer and the time you took was 1 hour, and you calculated your speed that it is 100 kilometer per hour. But the question is that was the speed constantly 100 kilometer per hour throughout the whole journey? And the answer is no. The 100 kilometer per hour is your average speed which you took during moving from point A to point B. In the journey, it is possible that your speed have been greater than 100, lesser than 100, or equal to 100. So the speed at any instant time is called as instantaneous speed, and the speedometer of your bike shows you that instantaneous speed. So similarly, in the chemical reactions also, the rate is of two types. The first one is average rate of reaction, and the second one is instantaneous rate of reaction. Now what is average rate of reaction? The average rate of reaction is the ratio of change in concentration of either reactant or product in large scale with time, and the instantaneous rate of reaction will be the change in concentration of either reactant or product at a given time or at a fraction of time. So here the change in concentration will be larger. Either it is change in concentration of product or reactant, it will be in the larger extent, but here the change in either concentration of reactant or product will be in smaller scale. Okay, and here the time difference is also large. It may be 1 minute, 10 minutes, 100 minutes, 1 hour, etc. And here the time duration is also very small. So the symbols being used here are delta, which means large difference is there, and here the symbol used is small d, which means partial differential form or for a very minute change. Okay, so let's discuss both of these rates, average and instantaneous rate of reaction. Okay, so what is average rate of reaction? Suppose this is a chemical reaction in which reactant gives product. So what will be the average rate of reaction? It will be the change in concentration of reactant divided by time, or the change in concentration of product divided by time. Now if you see, there is a minus sign taken before the change in concentration of reactant with time. This minus sign indicates that the concentration of reactant decreases with time. Okay, because as well the reaction proceed, the amount of reactant decreases and the amount of product increases. So with time the delta R is negative. That's why we have used the negative sign before the rate in terms of concentration of reactants. But this negative only indicates that the concentration of reactant is decreasing. Okay, so this is the average rate of reaction, delta R by delta T, or delta P by delta T, and both of these rates are equal but with opposite sign. Okay, now let's discuss what is the unit of rate. So we know that the rate is either the change of concentration of reactant with time or the change of concentration of product with time, and the concentration is taken in mole per liter. So it is mole per liter divided by the unit of time is generally taken in second. So the unit becomes mole per liter per second. But if a gaseous reaction is considered, then its concentration is replaced by its pressure. So the unit becomes atmospheric per second. Okay, so in terms of gaseous reaction, the unit becomes atmospheric per second. Okay, now what is instantaneous rate of reaction? The instantaneous rate is also the ratio of change in concentration of either reactant or product with time, but the difference taken is very fractional or very minute. Okay, so what is the ratio of change in concentration in chemical reaction to an instant time is termed as instantaneous rate of the reaction. For example, minus dr by dt. Here small d represents a minute change in the concentration or in the time, be equal to dp by dt in terms of concentration of product. Okay, so how we can calculate the instantaneous rate? Practically, we can calculate the instantaneous rate by drawing a slope of the tangent on a concentration time graph. So this is a concentration time graph of any reaction. Okay, so this is the concentration of product which is increasing with time, and after certain time it becomes constant. So at given time where you want to calculate the instantaneous rate, we draw a slope. Then on this slope we take the difference in time, this is dt, and the difference in concentration, this is dp. So the ratio of dp by dt on this slope will give us the value of instantaneous rate for a chemical reaction. Okay, so you may note it down and draw the graph. Suppose we have a reaction A plus B gives C plus D. Now what will be the rate for the given reaction? The rate will be minus dA by dt, or it may be equal to minus dB by dt, or it is equal to plus dC by dt, or it is equal to plus dD by dt. Okay, so we can express the rate in terms of any of the reactant or the product. So all of these calculation will give you the result for the rate of this reaction. So this is a simple reaction where the molar ratio are 1, 1, 1, 1. Now what in the case if the number of moles vary in a reaction? For example, suppose you have given a reaction such as 2A plus B gives 3C plus D. Now how we will write the rate expression? The rate will be, now rate is equals to minus half of dA by dt equals to minus dB by dt, minus because A and B are the reactants, equals to 1 by 3 dC by dt equals to dD by dt. Now the question arises that why the number of moles are divided here and not multiplied. Understand it in this way, that the rate of disappearance of B is half of the rate of disappearance of A. Which means if 1 mole of A is being consumed, only the half mole of B will be consumed. Or you may also say that if 1 mole of B is consumed, 2 moles of A are consumed. So if you send this 2 in this side, the 2 will be multiplied with the rate of B, which means the rate of disappearance of A is twice of the rate of disappearance of B. Okay, so to make the rate of A, B, C and D equal, the number of moles will be written as the divided form and not the multiplied form. So now let's discuss what is fast reaction, moderate reaction and slow reaction. Okay, so the fast reaction are those reaction which completes in the fraction of a second, or the time taken for completion of the reaction is lesser than the time taken for mixing of the reactants. For example, precipitation of silver chloride is a fast reaction, or any acid base reaction is also an example of fast reaction. Now, what is moderate reaction? The moderate reaction takes finite time to get complete. Now, what is finite time? Any time which you can observe is the finite time. Okay, so most of the reactions are the moderate reactions which complete in 1 minute to 1 hour to 10 hours or 100 hours. All of these are moderate reaction. And what is slow reactions? Slow reactions are those reactions in which the chemical change is unobservable. For example, conversion of diamond into graphite. So this reaction is so slow that you cannot observe this reaction. And another example of slow reaction is rusting of iron. You can identify the iron after rusting, but you cannot observe the process of rusting. So it is also a slow reaction. So I hope you have an idea about the fast, moderate and the slow reactions. Okay. Now there is a question for you. You have given a reaction 2A plus B gives 3C, and the concentration of A decrease by 2 into 10 to power minus 3 mole in 20 seconds, and you have to find the rate of disappearance of A, rate of disappearance of B, and the rate of appearance of C. Okay, D is not there in the reaction. So what the rate will be? The rate will be minus half of dA by dt equals to minus dB by dt equals to 1 by 3 dC by dt. Okay. So the rate will be minus half of change in concentration of A, which is 2 into 10 to power minus 3 divided by 20 second. This is the rate of chemical reaction. Now what is the rate of disappearance of A? The rate of disappearance of A is twice of the rate of reaction. So dA by dt is equals to 2 into the rate, and rate of disappearance of B is equals to the rate, so we will not multiply it by 2, and the rate of appearance of C is 3 times of the rate, so we will multiply the rate by 3. Okay, so how we solve this question? First of all, we calculated the rate from this minus half of dA by dt. Then rate of disappearance of A is twice of the rate. Rate of disappearance of B is equals to the rate, and the rate of appearance of C is 3 times of the rate. Okay. Let's see another question. The rate is equals to minus half dA by dt equals to 1 by 3 dB by dt, equals to minus half dC by dt equals to dd by dt, and you have to write the reaction. Okay, so now see that the minus sign is used before A and C, so the A and C are reactants, so it will become 2A plus 2C gives 3B plus D. So this is our chemical reaction. Okay, let's see another question. 2N2O5 gives 4NO2 plus O2. If the concentration of N2O5 decreases from 2.33 mole per liter to 2.08 mole per liter in 184 minutes, then calculate average rate of reaction in terms of hours, minutes and seconds. So the rate of reaction will be equals to minus 1 by 2 change in concentration of N2O5 divided by time. So what is the change in concentration of N2O5? It is 2.33 mole per liter minus 2.08 mole per liter, 0.25 mole per liter. So from here you can calculate the rate of reaction in terms of minutes. So rate is equals to minus half of 0.25 divided by 184 minutes. Now in terms of hours, it will be minus half into 0.25 by 184 divided by 60. So it will go up in the multiplied form. And in terms of second, the rate will become minus half 0.25 divided by 184 into 60. Okay, so you can get the rate of reaction in terms of minutes, hours and second. Now you also have to calculate the rate of production of NO2. So the rate of production of NO2 will be 4 times of the rate. So whatever rate you get from the reaction, you have to multiply it by 4. Okay, so that's how you can solve the question based upon the rate of the reaction. Now that's it for today's class. In next class we will discuss the factor affecting rate of reaction, and the factors which is mentioned in our syllabus is concentration of reactant, temperature, pressure and catalyst. I hope you got today's topics. That's for now. Thank you.